Nice. I won't say anything.
Don't say fuck or bugger. Oh fuck, I just said bugger. That's an oldie but a goodie, man.
The video just popped up on my suggested 10 ways to quit your band. Number 5, go to college.
Scots with soul, we build this network. Scots and soul. Build this network on Scots with soul. Yo, folks, what's happening? And welcome back to the Scots with Soul podcast. It's week 73 this week, and I am COD8MYdog, your host, and this is SMviper, my co-host. How are you doing, son?
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, he's got fucking Dr. Pepper. Sorry, I've got Iron Brew to balance it. He's in it.
I've also got an ad right now. But
it's alright. We can still talk underneath an ad. It's alright. We can say fucking bugger before people get here. Quite fuck bugger. Fuck bugger. Right, cool. Fuck bugger. Right, that's us demonetised. Right, quality. Now we can get straight into the business. I think we'll start this week with the fact that we just said demonetised. I think we'll start with Postal 4. Are you familiar with the Postal games, Viper-san?
I am not. Me, personally, I'm not familiar with the Postal games.
Postal 2 was the one I played a lot, and then they sold the IP to somebody else. Somebody done Postal 3, and now Postal 4's come out, and it's look as if it's not the people who done it originally, Postal 1 and Postal 2, but it looks like it's a massive homage to the original games, so it really looks really funny. I think you'll like this. We'll just give this trailer a quick watch at the start of our podcast. Wee bit weird order to do things.
He's taking a piss.
This is it, I think. See the Deadpool game? This is what the Deadpool games were trying to be. Oh, come on, internet.
Oh, is that on your side? Why is there a cat on the name of that gun?
Cats are suppressors. Cats are suppressors.
What the fuck is this?
This is Postal. A game where you try to get to the end of the week doing your mundane tasks. You start on Monday. You've got a list of errands to do on Monday. You do the errands on Monday. And then you go to Tuesday. And the errands get progressively weirder as the week goes on. I apologise for the. I don't know why it keeps stuttering every 2 seconds, but give that trailer a watch in your own time, man. The link's there in the chat if you can see it. It's this bit at the end here. It goes black for a couple of minutes, and then it goes back up. The cat meows, and then he pets it while he's got his gun in its asshole, because cats are silencers.
This looks worse than boxed up syphilis.
So yeah. There's Postal for you. Fucking great game, man. The Viper expression as we come back there. Welcome to Postal 4. Coming to Steam. It's like the cats are silencers and they don't die when you shoot them. It's like they contemplate. I don't think we should have started the podcast with that. I think we should have ended the podcast with that. He's got to sit in quiet contemplation. He needs to take in what he's just seen. But I remember Postal 2. There was a mission where there was somewhere was on fire and you had to put the fire out, and one of the ways to do it was just piss all over the place. Just hitting pissing on people.
That's one thing, but putting a gun back. What about the children? Think of the children. What are they going to do?
It's the way that he had like sentient control over chickens as well there. Like, did you know see how he had the chickens and then he would put them out and they'd fucking attack people like sentient chickens, man. I'm definitely going to get Postal 4 and do a wee
It's
bit
not
of
only that,
streaming.
right? He's like, oh, I have a water. That's cool. Right, hold on. I'm going to take the tank of the water and we're just going to place it with flammable liquid and I have a flamethrower now. Like that
It's a
bit, I'm
good
like, right,
idea.
okay. But cats are silencers.
Cats are silencers. Best part about the game.
But there's a life.
Meow.
Wait, hold on. She's not
No
here,
cats were
right?
hurt in the making of this podcast.
She's not here at the moment, but I'm going to buy Vanessa this game because I just want to see. I just want to see her reaction.
Mate, like you'll get Postal 2 for like £1 or something. Less than £1 probably. That you
Just
could
like just give it to. I need you to play this.
just play Postal 2, man. Just let her
I
listen.
need you to stream, and I need you to play this game.
Vanessa was playing fucking the Goose Game, man, and it was hilarious. I seen also this week, I didn't put it as a subject because it's just a caveat, but see the Resident Evil 2 mods where they changed the Mr. X. There's a fucking goose one. Of course there is. Still has the fedora in that one, obviously. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a goose one.
Yeah, but yeah, like just the thing is, like the internet is like adopted this goose. Like there's just so many memes of this goose now. It's unreal. Like the internet is like this is our goose.
Mate, it's like it's almost like as close to philosophy as our generation can get as Untitled Goose Game. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just one of those games where it's good for the soul. It's just I don't know. Have you ever played Game Dev Tycoon?
No, but I've seen play. I've seen gameplay. That's the one I'm looking for.
Well, see, you've seen Game Dev Tycoon. This is how I quit making games, right? They set all the sliders and all that, and it just comes out tens, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And they're just like, oh my god, it's called Untitled fucking Goose Game. How is that a 10 out of 10? Do you know what I mean? But it's just fucking, it's freeing for people. There's no boss. It's just... The people aren't trying to hurt you, you're just there causing like mild mischief. Do you know what I mean? Almost like it's a
For the first time in a game, you're not the rampaging murderer, you're not the heroic man, you're just a goose that's giving everybody some mild inconvenience.
Yes, exactly. Do you know what I mean? It's exactly it. Do you know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, I've got the rake in the lake. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I've fucking locked the cunt out the garden. I've stole his keys. Do you know what I mean? The cunt's just out the garden. It's probably like talking to the neighbour across it. Like, this goose has got my keys, man.
I generally like some of the best parts of that game are scaring the kid into the post box and him going, you know what? No, I'll call the shop next door to get me out. So the guy goes, right, all right, come on. Comes and gets him out. In the meantime, you sneak into the TV store and then get yourself on TV. You know, it's like, I'm a goose, I'm on TV. And then you nick the kid's glasses and then take them to the store. And then he has to go to the store. He sees his glasses there. He goes, shit, there are my glasses. And he has to pay to get his glasses back.
Or because he's just some wee goose that's having a wee day out on a Friday.
Just the ending of the game as well is, oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Spoilers in 5 seconds. Right, so you get the bell, right? And when you get the bell, you start going back to your main starting position, and then you just find the ditch filled with all these wee golden bells. You have now just.
Aye,
You
it's
forget.
like the Goose does this every day, and you're just getting a window into one of the days. Do you know what
But
I
it's
mean?
but then it all just restarts, and like that is perfect because it gives you more like goals to do. Like, oh, play it this time, you do it, try and do this, or try and do that. But then
It's like,
it's just
no, the
like,
Goose just steals bells off these cunts. That's all it does.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? It's just a Goose stealing shit. What's happening, Jason San? How you doing, dude?
it'd be quite cool if like they give like another one of the updates is like if you after you complete the game like 10 times, you need to do it under a certain time because they've called a fucking exterminator. No, oh no, they've called the
We've
RSPCA
got
to come and take
pest
you away.
control or like animal control, and there's a big guy with a net chasing you.
Yeah.
It's like a
If
weekly
it sees you,
event.
it just keeps chasing you.
That would be quite good. Big guy with a net like that. Coming to get you.
Yeah, speaking of big internet games and internet sensations, so last podcast, week 72, at 10 o'clock when we went off air, something happened to Fortnite. And it caused such a humongous wave in the real world that I could not help but sit back in awe of what Epic have just managed to do. For the first time in about 2 years, I saw Waynes riding bikes out in the streets. I saw Waynes playing football in the park. I saw kids at the swing park. I saw kids at school. There was a significant amount of Waynes kicking about. Let's just put it that way. And it really confused me. And then the
Because
next day,
Fortnite was offline, mate. I mean, it's
the
simple.
next day, they were gone.
Because Fortnite was back online, mate.
Now this is
Fortnite.
the Fortline. Sounds like some weird kind of like phone service that you get that kids aren't supposed to find out about. Hello, welcome to Fortline. But the best part about this whole story is that the kids didn't give a shit. Who gave a shit were the parents.
Parents would be
It's-
all like, what do you mean my Waynes are outside? And like, what do you mean? They were outside and they're not in their bedroom. And I need to fucking actually do some sort of parenting. Of course people were losing their shit, man. Of course they were.
I wonder if parents knew how to text "be back for dinner tonight, please." Instead of "please come downstairs, we haven't seen you in days." The family are getting worried.
Oh man, can you just imagine that conversation? But when the Waynes were leaving the house, instead of the parents saying, "You be back in when the lights come on," right? What the Waynes were saying was, "You shouting me when Fortnite's back on."
There was like some weird stories you heard about, like in America, of like this one kid who was so upset that he thought Fortnite was off. Now, this isn't like the worst. This isn't like a bad story, but he said to his dad, "Dad, I need you to take me to the hardware store." And when his dad figured out what his kid was building, the kid was building a tree fort
Because he'd seen it in Fortnite.
because he'd seen it in Fortnite, and he was like, "I want to build it." And they did in a day. Him and his dad went to the hardware store. They bought the stuff. They planned it out, and they built a tree fort. And you're like, "How is this a
Pretty
bad
cool,
thing?"
but aye, that's pretty cool.
And it's the middle-aged mums that are complaining, being like, "Oh, my son was so upset that Fortnite was in." No, he wasn't, fucking Sandra. He was out with his mates. Like shut it. You were just annoyed that you actually had to watch where your son was going. Like,
Aye.
I know this is a really morbid thought. I don't know why there's something to it, but do you think like the online groomers panicked because they realised they didn't know how to do it in the real world?
Fuck's sake, Viper.
I don't know why that was what I thought there. It was just sitting there like oh, imagine like all the people trying to groom people over Fortnite sitting there going, "What am I supposed to do? I can't tell my 14-year-old from it.
But the thought I had when you were talking about that whole thing there was, I thought to myself, like, why does Fortnite like just come online for 8 p.m. in like every region? Do you know what I mean? Like every region, Fortnite just gets on. Do you know what I mean? Update for like say just before they go to school in the morning to 8 p.m. Fortnite's offline if you're below a certain age. Do you know what I mean? Your mum and dad sign you into that account and Fortnite's offline. And
I
then,
guess it would be a bit harder to prove the age again because
No,
some
I know,
Did you not hear about
I
the story
know.
of the genius hacker who managed to go into Bud Light's website because he beat the age verification by saying he was born in 1972 when he wasn't? Like,
I know. It's like proper hacking skills, man. Proper hacking skills.
proper hacker skill. Props to that dude.
I know.
Real smart 12-year-old. Real smart.
That's the one thing.
Well, not actually. Can't be that smart. He was trying to look at Bud Light, that's questionable. But
Can you imagine something like that? It would force the Wednesday to come home from school and actually go out and do something. Play football, climb an actual tree. Do you know what I mean? Shoot an actual person. I mean, what?
here in America, I mean,
But you know what I mean? Like, it'd be good if a game like pioneered something like that. Even done it. Just tested it for a week or something. Do you know what I mean?
like it was like we were talking before the podcast, and I said like, is anyone in the chat? If you've seen the movie Ready Player One, you know what we're talking about. But again, when did Alexa?
no
When did Ready
spoilers.
Player One come out?
Ready Player One was released on the 28th of March 2018.
Really?
Customers have also asked, who stars in Ready Player One? Would you like to know the answer?
No, fuck off.
That only came out last year? Really?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm sure that was a bit. I know it was a book beforehand, but
I mean, it's almost 2 years old, but oh well. It's not really.
oh well. I'll give you the countdown. Right, so like at the end of the game, the end of the movie, where like he gets control of the whole game, the Oasis. He says, "Oh yeah, what we've done as well is that we shut it down on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so people can go out in the real world and actually spend time with their family and friends and all that." And you sit
Kind
there
of like a theme
is it-
park being shut at the
and
weekend.
and suppose that's supposed to be like a you know a
Shut
very
during the week, sorry.
extreme look into the life. But what does it say that that's no a bad idea in now? Like people need that time off.
But see, when this picture of the boardroom, right? The big games that exist nowadays, right? And that guy comes up and he gets everybody on board with him in the boardroom, but there's one guy sitting in the corner and they all go, "Jim, what do you think?" And Jim stands up and he goes, aye, profits would be good in that. But like, see if we didn't go offline for those couple of hours.
You get even more money.
Profits
But,
would be up here.
That's exactly why it won't happen. But like, it's more just like people are now asking the question of, do you need that? Like, if my opinion is, if you need to ask the question, do you need that? The answer is yes. You know, like if you're questioning, oh, do you need? Yes, you do need that.
Yeah, well, that makes a good point as well. Like, there is just, let's just go play another video game that isn't offline
Exactly.
for these points.
Like, does it not like it will give kids variety? Like, there's some kids who like just play Fortnite.
But then the game that's going to turn itself off for a few hours, so as the Waynes are incentivised to get to play. If like it turns out that the Waynes are got, like, do you know what I mean? Jim's, or let's call him Bob. Bob's going to stand up and go, Call of Duty's not going offline at those hours, and what about if they get hooked in Call of Duty and start buying loot boxes? I mean, merchandise over there.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a great point for you, Aldi. Like,
Oh, here's one actually. What if they realise that they don't need to be scumbags and have microtransactions in games?
that's Jim again. If we didn't do that,
Aye.
we could make more money.
Jim just there stroking his capitalism cock
Aye.
and his cat that's also a silencer. You know, just
And these fucking hindsight glasses, man. Do you know what I mean? I was just fucking throwing a game out there, right? I was just throwing a game. Rocket League, with blueprints and all that, right? Like they could be in another game. They could totally be away doing something else.
Yeah, but as we were talking about Fortnite, I will say what they actually done was pretty cool. I'll give it to
Viper
them.
showed
It
me
was
this
pretty
before the
fucking
podcast, like the in-game full event that happened in-game and stuff. Do you know what I mean? The full thing, that was really cool. Like if I was playing a game like that and that shit happened, as soon as I seen it, I was like, I play Destiny. Right? It's no secret that I play Destiny. But if that shit happened in Destiny, you're just out in the world somewhere, and all of a sudden, like one of the races just started invading, or do you know what I mean? Or just like, oh, it'd be fucking amazing. Big no interactive. But is there even a term for what they just done? Do you know what I mean?
I was going to say fly on the wall, but it's because the only thing I can think what could it possibly be close to.
Because it's kind of cutscene. It's kind of an event.
Event, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's not going to happen all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to happen again next week. It's an event. It's fucking epic, man. Past couple of years, they're innovating a market that people thought there wasn't any space left to innovate in, and like, hate them all you want if you don't like Fortnite, but fucking bring it on, Epic, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, keep fucking going. The shit that's coming out of them is good, man. Like, they've got the Halloween sale and all that on this time before Steam does. Steam sale's not even on yet. Epic's got their sale on and stuff like that. So, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm all for it, man. Better for the consumer. And, like, I wish I was in Fortnite when that happened. That was amazing.
It was like, when I watched that, I was like, oh shit, I might have to just jump into the game just to see what's going on. But, like, it is pretty cool. But, like, I think the whole kind of like shutting your game down for like, a day it's not going to happen because, not going to happen. But it's not the worst idea.
It's not the worst idea, but it's going to get shot down at every board meeting ever.
Thing is, it was very smart as well because I think the viewership on Twitch for literally just looking at a black hole, right? Was 1.4 million people. And that was that was on Twitch. It's like on YouTube it was like another couple of 100,000. On Facebook it was a couple of 100,000. On Mixer it was like 32, It's like, incredible. Like
one of the HCW commentators, Gingpin, he plays Fortnite on his YouTube channel when he streams it and stuff like that, and he streamed it for fucking like a day or something, just the black hole. Like, just waiting in Fortnite coming back. Like, holy shit, man.
You know, like, when the Waynes were outside, though, every, like, 2 hours they were checking their phone, being like,
like, Twitter wasn't far away from their phones, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I was saying, do you know what I mean? Like, you can imagine that conversation, like, you be back before the streetlights was on, is what we used to hear as kids, but those Waynes come out, I'll be back when Fortnite's back online, don't you fucking worry, I'll phone you to put the dinner on.
Oh no, like, these days it would be a case of, like, they arrive and then 10 minutes later, Uber Eats. So, how do you got money for Uber Eats? Because Ninja, the Fortnite streamer, has a sponsorship with them. Like, it's cool, but like, I respect just because the amount of creativity they had. Like, instead of going, this is going to be the ending, and and you can watch this video of what's going to happen. We're literally going to shut the game down for the day because, like I said, those 1.4 million people, right? Well, hold on, I'm looking at Twitch right now. Let me tell you how many people are currently watching Fortnite.
It's crazy numbers, man. Loads of people watch Fortnite. It's like the most watched directory on Twitch. Actually,
no. League of Legends is the most viewed game at the moment. Then it's Just Chatting, I'm guessing, because I know Aramanth is streaming or something. Oh, no, Destiny. That's why. Fortnite is at 128k. A tenth.
That's actually pretty low, man, for Fortnite numbers. 128k.
It's mental.
You're mental.
Thank you.
Do you know what else is mental? I'm just going to completely change the subject here. This is mental. this fucking article that I was reading earlier about the fucking like people actually like starting along the lines to the Matrix here. Scientists implant fake memories into birds to teach them a new songs. So zebra finches typically learn to sing a song from their parents through imitation, but a new study shows they can learn a song without even hearing it. To learn how our bodies work, scientists often turn to study animals with similar psychological traits as humans. Scientists use zebra finch birds, for example, to understand the mechanisms of human speech because the species' vocal development is quite similar to ours, which makes a recent study all the more interesting. A team of neuroscientists recently performed a real-life memory inception on zebra finches, implanting fake memories of melodies that the birds never heard before. According to Science Alert, scientists use optogenics, a method of controlling living tissue with light, to activate certain neuron circuits in the birds' brains. As researchers pulsed the light tool in a certain rhythm while targeting certain neurons, they were able to encode memories in the birds' brains. At the time certain neurons were kept active corresponded to the lengths of notes in the songs that the birds were later able to recall. So, would you, like, you could just imagine, like, cunt walks into a park, man, with a fucking wee Men in Black fucking, like, light hang, flashes it a couple of times, and all the birds start singing, like, a fucking song or something, man.
Not only that, though, like, literally, as you were saying that, my little conspiracy brain just went fucking mental and went, oh my god, the government are going to take it and wipe people's memories from rebelling. Like,
syndrome, I know, man.
Because I started thinking, like, oh, Mandela effect, you know, it'd be quite cool, you know, the first human they do it on is going to think, you know, like, name something that is very memorable.
Oh, you're talking about the Mandela effect? Like, there's loads of different things.
What,
The best one is that it's named after Mandela because people think Nelson Mandela died in 1986 when he didn't. He died in 2013 or 14. Do you know what I mean? Like, his death is like the one that it's named after. So, aye, there's quite a few things as well.
But like, not even that. Like, could like, say like the first ever test, right? Was
flash a light in the bird's eye and it just starts going, my name is SMviper.
I'm surprised that we haven't been handed a cease and desist by Little Big yet. I really have. But like when it comes up to like fucking
man,
like, you know, the first test, it'll be with like that, like a really well known happy birthday to you, right? Like, I bet you, like, the lyrics of that, you know, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to insert name here, happy birthday to you. They'll probably change it to the guy thinks is like, you know, like, it's your birthday today, it's your birthday today, it's your birthday today, it's your birthday today, right?
Like,
and
I'm thinking, like, see if you can select songs like that to teach birds. You can just imagine a seagull armed with a police siren. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no! Oh no!
Just
you just imagine all the stoners on the beach on a hot day just going just.
The seagull's like, we are, and fucking every cunt scrambling, man. And the fucking seagull's like, I'll have this, I'll have this. Oh man. Anybody in chat think of something that they would arm a bird with? A sort of a sound. What would you arm a bird with?
A chihuahua's bark.
A chihuahua's bark?
Yeah. Lure the chihuahuas in.
Machine gun. Fuck off, Yaldi, man.
They shit themselves every time a motorcycle backfires, never mind the fucking seagull.
It's just this fucking seagull cutting about an American town. This is not a drill. The Russians are firing upon us.
But like, not even that, right? Do you know how, like, you've got, like, you know, the chicken
Salmon
song
Buffy.
and like the chicken dance and everything, right? For the first time, the seagulls will have a song and it'll be all the kids with the pumped up kids. You better run.
Hey, I'm going to read a wee bit more of this article.
Before we get really into this.
Right. Zebra finches typically learn to sing a song from their fathers and other adults. In fact, some research has shown that the unhatched baby finches can still process messages sent by their parents from outside the egg. I watched this wee video and it says, like, the finches, they can sing, right? If it's like different temperatures and stuff like that outside. So, like, if it's warm outside is the one that they figured out, it'll sink to its eggs in the last third day of its gestation, and the birds come out a third smaller than the one than its parents, because it's easy to temperature regulate. So, like, singing for birds is powerful, is what they're trying to get across, right? In this study, however, the light tool assumed the role of the parental figure, guiding a bird in memorising a song without ever hearing it. That's when they're flashing the wee lights in its eyes at certain frequencies and stuff. The study is the first of its kind to confirm the brain regions that encode behavioural goal memories, which guides creatures like humans to mimic a certain speech or behaviour. We're not teaching it's like, do you know what I mean, when you say, like, to a bird, you're walking up to a bird and you think it's going to work, and you're like, do you want to be Fred? I'll be Wilma. We'll make the bed rock. No, but it's kind of like that, how behavioural goal memories, so like they're taught, this is the sound you make to get a certain piece of food or to get a mate. We're not teaching the bird everything it needs to know, just the duration of syllables in its song. Neuroscientist Todd Roberts from the University of Texas Southern Western Medical Center said in a press statement, "The two brain regions we tested in this study represent just one piece of the puzzle." The study also discovered that if communication between two brain regions called HVC, high vocal center, and NIF, nucleus interfacialis, that sounds like a subsection of Pornhub. Didn't it?
Nucleus interfaces.
Aye, like, we're cut off
This is
after the
where-
bird had learned
this
a
is-
song through memory. The bird could still sing it. So there you go. Like, it's really powerful. Like, even when they do that, it lasts in the long-term memory, even if they cut the short-term memory part of the brain out that it was blasted into. Like, that's pretty cruel, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're cutting, like, but come on, man. Like, but Matrix? Is that starting along the lines of the Matrix and shit? And MIB? Like,
I'm
10 for
just
hat time,
starting to-
obviously.
I'm just starting to think, right? If, like, say in 1,000 years, like 1,500 years, and the human race is still here somehow, and we've taken this technology to, like, really far, what would they do in terms of schools? Because obviously, you'd be able to plant the information into someone's brain via light, right? Don't know it, right? So would you still need schools? Because I'd get you need schools for the practicality parts and practice, but in terms of theoretical stuff, would this be a case of, like, physics would no longer be taught in school, mathematics would no longer be taught in school, like?
Could it just be like the way that you download, like, it's like a Steam library of games? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, imagine a Steam library of games in one of those fucking things that you see in the women's hair salons for the old women that they put over their head and sit in it to get the curly hair. See those big things? You get one of them on your head and you're just choosing fucking for the Steam library like that. Advanced Calculus and GIMP Therapy 101. Geez, that. Bum. And it just flashes. Is that what you mean? Like, it just kind of, like, there would be no need for...
Fuck. Right. I don't know. Have you watched Stargate?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think it was season 4.
I've not watched a lot of it. I've not watched season 4. I've watched...
Oh, right. So there's an episode where they're just dialing... Basically, the way that they done Stargate was... The way they explained their exploration was they got all the addresses of a Gua old ship, and they managed to plot them to different places, and they literally just went down the list of today we're visiting this one, today we're visiting this one, today we're visiting this one, and then one of them just took them to a room. And in the room is just this thing in the wall that one of the guys looks into, and as he's looking, grabs his head, and you just see these lights coming towards him, and then all of a sudden, he doesn't remember who he is a human, but he can speak this alien language. And he knows a shit ton, and he ends up inputting like 40,000 new addresses into the...
They did that in the Transformers movies as well, didn't they? With that boy's glasses, man. They did that in the Transformers movies too.
Yeah. Like, they just imprint, like, it's a bit mental. And there's a new question, actually. How much could the brain handle?
Oh, the brain can handle way more than we're even using it for.
But I mean, like, in one go.
Oh, like, how much information could you blast into it without,
Like,
frying it?
Would you have to, like, blast in, maybe you know, a module of mathematics, like, okay, here's stage 1 algebra. Pew. Or could you go, here's advanced quantum physical mathematics?
Yeah, howdy, man. Blast all that porn into my brain right now.
Again, that's a subsection of Pornhub.
All pornos
Information
ever
blast.
made right now, and like all you can hear is
Wait,
like,
all
all you
of
can
them?
hear, oh yeah,
Are you sure?
all you
Are
can
you
hear
sure?
is
All of them? Are you
the
sure?
lights are flashing and Yaldi's gone, mistakes are made.
No, just at the very start, he's like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh, no, make it stop.
Gives back in the fetal position.
Aye, just they never told me about the horses. But like it's just, oh man, like this is really interesting. Like I want this, like this is the one thing I want to know is like how would they do it, because obviously at the very start it'd be like part by part.
Mate, I
they
don't
want
think
to
they're thinking. I don't think these scientists are thinking anywhere near near what we're speculating. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to teach some birds some songs and that, do it part by part, nice and slow, and be like, what can we blast into it? Dan, can I quit college, man? Like, fuck it.
Well,
It's going to take way longer as well, man. Like they're not like it's not even going to be 1,000 years. And
it's
they're
kind
gonna
of
be like,
Moore's
"Yeah,
lawish as well, isn't it?
Aye, there's got like Moore's law
Like
is still to
see
take effect.
the day that they figured this out in how to do this in humans, right? That will be the century where we colonize the fucking solar system.
See, like colonising the solar system, we need different propulsion. Do you know what I mean? Because like normal rocket fuel wouldn't get you anywhere near.
Yeah, but like think about how long it takes to learn all that. Like how long do you though? I know a guy who's doing theoretical physics at a master's degree level, right?
You're talking
And
12 years, man, to get
Yeah,
to
you're
that level.
talking. Yeah. Well, what about 12 seconds?
I don't know if
Like-
I think you brought up a good point as well earlier. Like I think you could fry your brain.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because think about like there's putting the knowledge in front of people, and then there's the brain coming to terms and understanding that knowledge.
Yeah.
Do you know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
Like some brains can't fucking handle the fact that somebody's died. Could you imagine being inputted with 100 years worth of knowledge?
I know. No, it's like you'd have to, if you got to do it, like if they could blast knowledge into your brain, they'd have to do it in small enough amounts and give you time to come to terms with the knowledge that you've just acquired. Do you know what I mean?
It'd be a bit like drugs, wouldn't it? Like, you know, if you take, say if you've got like, you know,
Like they can't
fat
blast
bag-
understanding into your brain is what I'm
Aye.
saying. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like it'd be kind of like articles and sort of like, do you know what I mean? Like you could get it blasted into your brain way quicker than you could read it or listen to it in an audiobook if that, or do you know what I mean? Or
I could see it being really cool in terms of everyday like uses, and like say for example you work in an office and every day in this office you get given a small packet of information going, cool, this is what we're doing today, you know. Instead when you clock in at work, you put your eyes on it and it loads up, okay, this person needs this information today. Pew, 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 pew. You already know, you're ready to go.
but that's understanding. Do you know what I mean? Like but the point I'm trying to make is like when you get that information blasted into your brain can only think about certain things at certain times. Do you know what I mean? So it'll all go in, and it might go into like your short-term memory, but you'll still have to recall it and work through it. Do you know what I mean? For it to go into long-term memory, unless they can just because like understanding is what long-term memory is. It doesn't go into your long-term memory if you don't understand it, and even stuff you don't understand that's sitting in your long-term memory, it's because there's something else attached to it. Do you know what I mean? Like some guy was talking about advanced calculus or something, but then he fell down the stairs. That's why you remember something about the advanced calculus. Do you know what I mean? Because the guy fell down the stairs when he was talking about it. That's my point. Do you know what I mean? Like long-term memory is all to do with understanding. Do you know what I mean? Like that song is just what they taught the bird. It's just a simple wee song. it would have been easy for the bird to work through it, get it into its understanding and long-term memory on its own. Do you know what I mean? They blast it into its long-term memory.
It's really, it's cool. It's like, it's the kind of like.
I know Yaldi, he is really drinking Dr. Pepper. We were talking about that before you came. I have a glass bottle of Iron Brew to balance his ineptitude. No. It's okay.
Well, it's because then I was at a Halloween party yesterday and I was pre-drinking and I needed a mixer for my rum, so.
So you drank Dr. Pepper. What a horrible man.
See, look, I even made a mask for the Halloween party. Pretty cool.
Sorry. Right, I've kicked him off the podcast. You can't hear him, you can't see him. There you go. He's kicked off. It's just me, right? That's what you get for drinking Dr. Pepper. You can. Will we let him back on if he says sorry? Right, Viper. You're allowed to come back on if you say sorry. Oh man. Right, time for another subject. You want to talk about anything, or should I bring up another subject? Or should I just show Yaldi the Postal 4 trailer? Where is Postal 4 trailer? Is that you call an apology?
I'm going to piss in the bottle there, it's fine. Here, whilst you're thinking of something to do, I found.
I'm showing Yaldi the Postal 4 trailer. I don't know, there's something wrong with that video. Second time I've brought it up and it's doing that.
This one is actually part of the video.
No, I watched it before I came on the pod. It's those sentient chickens, man. How all the chickens like do what they want them to do with them saying it to them. He's definitely got one of those MIB light pens and he's controlling those chickens. I do like the idea of running people down on a fucking mobility scooter.
I want Postal VR.
Postal VR. And you skip to him petting the cat. Aye, there's Postal. Postal 4's coming out soon. It's going to be up on Steam in the next couple of weeks for its early access beta.
It is absolutely mental, that.
Viper like, was quiet for about 10 minutes earlier as he tried to process the cat silencer.
There's one though, right? If that whole trailer was just beamed into my head via light, would I still have to sit there and process? Do you know, like, the whole thing? I think it's because, like, that's one of the reasons we haven't been told aliens yet. Like, is because our brains would just fry with all the information of, you're no alone, there's massive wars going on, and the world, and, you know.
Mate, nah. See, even the possibility of an alien race already being here and mingled in with our society and we don't know about it, nah, bullshit. Think about it, right? I
don't think they've mingled in, I just think they've just went, fuck this place, and left.
Well, even if they have, we don't know about them. We don't know about them, do you know what I mean? Like, there's no way we know about aliens. That's why the Fermi paradox exists. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are we alone? And it's because the universe is far bigger than we can ever comprehend. Do you know what I mean? They say the universe is infinite, yet like there's what we call the observable universe. The universe is a sphere because that's all we can see. Do you know what I mean? If you're in a one central point, light can only travel a certain distance and about you in a certain amount of time. In a 360 degree, and that's a sphere. So our universe is an ever expanding sphere. That's do you know what I mean? Like, it's way bigger than we can ever comprehend, and that's might be why we're alone, because we're not alone. But just happens to be like nobody in our galaxy or nobody in our neighbourhood. Do you know what I mean? Like we live in my
we're those
spiral
weird cunts
arms.
that live in like 20. We're one of those weird cunts that lives like, you know, 20 miles away from any foreseeable civilization. We're just in the middle with like a farm.
Aye, like
That's what
imagine
we are.
imagine the galaxy as a city. We're literally away out in the sticks on some hill somewhere, where the sheep don't even go. Do you know what I mean? Like that's literally.
Nice and quiet.
I mean, it's mega quiet where we are. Do you know what I mean? That's why there's like fucking hardly anything happens here. 65 million years ago was the last time we got hit with an asteroid that was fucking decent. Do you know what I mean?
It was the last interesting thing happened. It's gotten to the point where we're about to burn our whole planet up because we're that fucking bored.
That we're wanting to do it ourselves and simulate it, aye. But I was thinking we start talking about Halloween sales for games. What do you think? Halloween sales.
Ah, let's go.
Right, let's look at PS4. What's up first for PS4? And
I really need to play my PS4 more.
Hold on, I'll just find it. PS4 Halloween sale. I love it when I fucking must have typed it rang into the bot or some shit. Right, here we go. Oh no, that's the US store. We want to go to UK store. UK store, please. So Halloween sale. The games look actually pretty decent. There's Bloodborne's, Until Dawn, Fallout 4 season pass for Fallout 4.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Does that? Wait, hold on. How come the Fallout 4 season pass bundle is more expensive than the actual fucking game?
Because Bethesda's trying to recoup money for 76. Mortal Kombat, Dying Light is fantastic. If you've never played it, it's a great game for $16.
Wait, again, look. Mortal Kombat X, $15.99. Mortal Kombat XL, where you get like a few more characters, $47.99.
That must be no on the sale then. $47.99 doesn't seem very sale pricey.
Doom for $4.99.
Doom unavailable. Who's that? Castlevania, Dracula X Chronicles, it's one of the worst ones. But I think I went straight to the end there. I think I went straight to the end. I went to all the crap games.
What is DO8?
Yeah, that's better. That's a better page. There's the Dying Light games. God Eater, RE4,
Resident Evil 5,
Metro,
Evil 6.
all the Dying Light stuff. Resident Evil 5 and 6, they're alright. Never played them. But I'd still say fucking 15 quid's too much for them.
How much are the DLCs for Fallout 4 separately?
£2, £5, £12. Far Harbour's meant to be quite good though.
Far Harbour was very good.
Aye, Far Harbour's meant to be really quite good. Fallout 4's a good game. It's 76, it's terrible. There's the Dead Rising games as well, man. That fucking just making weapons in a shopping mall and killing loads of zombies. RE Revelations, Wolfenstein games, The Evil Within. Aye, there's a shit ton of games on the sale for PlayStation. Well, if I wee look and see what's on for Xbox then, right? Hopefully I put this one into the bot. Xbox. Not you to date, right? Xbox. I didn't. You kidding me on? Oh,
Try Xbox sale.
That's it. I think I done PS4 sale. Aye, there's the article that I had for PS4 sale earlier. Because I had a good wee list of some good games. But aye, there's the list that GameSpot compiled. Alien Isolation. Call of Cthulhu, aye, apparently that's a game. Didn't know about that. BioShock, Batman Arkham Collection. Batman Arkham Collection for $18 is good. But see, considering it was free on Epic Games last month.
I think it still is.
And it might still be. We'll check when we go to see what's on sale for Halloween. Dark Souls 3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, just kill that game with fire. It's absolutely fucking terrible. Don't even give them the £6 for it. Doom.
Actually, hold on, this is dollars.
Aye, it's dollars. That's alright.
So that's like $4.79.
Outlast 2. Prey was meant to be quite good, wasn't it? That was the one that you played as an animate object and shit, wasn't it? Or you had to run away from the inanimate objects, like the lamp would start chasing you, it becomes sentient and shit like that. I can't remember. Praise.
I think that was one of
It's a weird concept.
Bethesda's like or ID's titles that was really good, but a bit underrated.
Right, let's take Xbox sale. Man,
Observer Week. Ooh. Alan Wake's American Nightmare.
Alan Wake's are really good games, man. They're
Wait,
really fucking good games.
Is this the amount you're getting off, or is this the rating on IMDb?
This is just one of these. Just a fucking, what's the website called? Windows Central. I just found a decently listed games instead, so they didn't have to go through them all.
Alien Isolation.
Cryptid and Necrodancer's meant to be quite good. I'm sure Yaldi's played that. Said he really enjoyed it. Dead Rising games, Devil May Cry games, Far Cry, Fortnite Deluxe Founders Pack.
$30?
That's fucking a lot of money. Is that like for V-Bucks or something like that? Cheap V-Bucks?
You must get like a shit ton of stuff with it.
Aye.
Actually, probably not.
Hollow Knight.
Sure, like one.
Hollow Knight's
I will
a funny
say,
game.
right, I've been using Hollow Knight's music for the background music for playing D&D and stuff. Fuck, the music's really good. Like,
Strange
really
Brigade is really good. I take it the deluxe editions, the DLCs. I think is there DLCs? Yaldi, could you confirm that? Is there DLCs out for that? There's even fucking a couple of games fucking on sale on Xbox 360 as well. And the last one that the sale's already owned, because Xbox and PlayStation, the sales are already active. I think it's Epic Sales, the other sales already started just now. I couldn't find a list, so it's just the Epic Store website we're going to for this day. World War Z at 18 quid. That's pretty decent. Control, whatever that is. Borderlands 3.
Control's one of the newest games that just came out.
Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls. If you're into that sort of thing, they're pretty good. Walking Dead, Telltale Definitive Series, that's pretty good. Rainbow Six Siege, everybody knows that. Darksiders 3, Omen of Sorrow, Sherlock Holmes, The Walking Dead again, For Honor, Stories Untold, more Walking Dead, Alan Wake again. Alan Wake for £3, 7 pence, that's a fucking deal. Edith Finch, Kelly played that, it was really funny, it's a weird game. Aye, sale's quite good. Decent games are on sale. What was it we wanted to check? We wanted to check Batman Arkham Knight, didn't we? Batman Arkham Collection Epic Games. Is it still? It's here. No.
I'll double check on it.
I can't find it. Just
I
quickly.
can see Thunder's ear. No, I can see his nose.
Oh, it's a cheeky puppy dog. Cheeky puppy dog. Aye, another thing I wanted to speak about this week is a few weeks ago in episode 70 we were talking about how Death Stranding Kojima had released a picture on his Twitter how he had the gold master copy. That day when he released that, he made other copies of it and he gave it out to the reviewers. November 1st is when those reviews are going to start dropping for Death Stranding. So I'm looking forward to that, man, seeing what people think. Yeah, maybe there'll be some extra gameplay, some trailers and stuff, but basically November 1st is when the whole Death Stranding fucking bandwagon is going to start, I think.
The internet's going to fucking crash on November 1st, Jesus Christ.
You'll get ready for that bandwagon, man.
No, not even that, right? It's because, like, I know this sounds weird, well, it's not weird because I know it, but it's, so, you know who Jeffree Star is, right?
Nope.
Right, do you know who Shane Dawson is?
Yes, I think so.
The YouTube guy who's made, like, all the conspiracy videos and stuff. He gets,
No,
like, 30...
no.
Right. It's worth going back because he's a really good filmmaker. But Shane Dawson is, like, one of YouTube's OGs. Like, he's been around since 2006, 2007, and he's been
One of
making
YouTube's oversized goblins.
yes, oversized goblins, yes. But as he's been like getting better and better, he started doing this like little mini series. He done one on like different YouTubers. He's done one on Jake Paul, and this one he's following around this beauty guru who's like massive in the beauty industry called Jeffree Star. And Jeffree Star has, obviously has their own makeup brands and stuff. And basically, Jeffree Star is worth millions. Like, he's got millions and millions. Like, in terms of he's a rich fucker, right?
He's
And
a rich man. He has more money than me, prick.
and he's also, from what I can gather, Shane's best friend. And they've made a collaboration where Shane is now releasing his own brand of makeup. And the internet is expected to crash that day of people trying to buy this eyeshadow palette.
Oh.
Genuinely, put it this way, right? Like,
I was Death Stranding coming out today, or the Kojima nuts.
It's weird, like, even if you're not really into makeup and stuff, I actually suggest going and watching St. Johnson's videos because they're just really well made. Like, they're just really well made. Like,
But there's a lot of things that are really well made. Do you know what I mean? I'm guaranteed dildos are really well made, but I'm not going to just be like, go try out a dildo because they're really well made. I mean, come on, what sort of argument is that? It's really well made.
It's different in terms of videos. Dildos can be a really well made, it's structurally sound and stuff. This is taking like video and fuck. It's like it's good. It's a good series. I suggest going and watching it. But like, well, put it this way, I'm gonna like, in terms of YouTube, right? Even you'll get this, right? Big channels like Boosie, Dude Perfect, right? One of the biggest channels on YouTube, Dude Perfect. Right? Their videos average around, well, if we're going, they've got 46.5 million subscribers, right? Which is, fuck, that's actually a shit ton. 1 week ago was our last video, 13 million views. 14 million views the video after, 8.5 million views, 15 million views, 12 million views, 21 million views. Hold on. There's a video here, 28 million views, and it came out 4 months ago, right? 34 million views 5 months ago, right? That's what we're looking at, right? So about 5 months to gather 34 million views. Now, if I go to Shane Dawson,
it's a lot of views in 5 months.
Wait. No, here's the thing. 22.9 million subscribers, right? And for the video that was released 1 day ago, right? 12 million.
What is it?
The video that was released before that, a week ago, 18 million. 2 weeks ago, 19 million. And 2 weeks ago, 23 million. Like, that's how hyped
makeup videos.
No, well, put it this way, when he done
probably fucking 30 million of them were just fucking kids on autoplay. Do you know what I mean? On their phones while they're playing Fortnite, because they've got to have every fucking device on autoplay, man. It's like fucking my nieces and nephews are fucking terrible for it. You're like, how many screens do you need on run about you? Do you know what I mean? Like, Mayor. And you're like, hi, Mayor, you cunts.
But it's like, it's crazy. Like, the kind of views that's pulling in. And it's got to the point where, like, Shane's become popular now with the beauty community that, well, I watched the video, and this, like, I'm going to tell you, like, this is kind of how much money they're done a deal with this company, I think they're called Mophie. They're a makeup company, right?
Right.
And they showed the business deal on the video, like them talking through it. And to talk about how much money, like this is just the company themselves, right? Oh, it's Morph. Is that how you Morphe? Is that how you pronounce it? Morphe.
I don't know. Where are you reading it from?
It's the chat.
Morph maybe.
Morph. Maybe, but anyway, this brand, right? And this is just the brand buying the units to put them on sale, right? Just them, right? He's already made, just from the companies, close to $30 million.
$30
Over
million.
Over what they effectively are small wee boxes with bits of powder in it, and people take this powder and put it on their eyes. Like,
But does it make them look good?
it can do actually, but
No, that's fine.
Right.
Women love
But
that shit. Some guys love that shit too. Actually, aye. People love that shit.
Look, I will say Jeffree Star does makeup better than most women out there. So, aye,
Aye,
But
because
it's-
men are just better than women.
But here's here's but like it gets even like not weirder, but it's more like that's just the eyeshadow palette they're doing, right? They're also doing like lip glosses and mirrors, and does it like it does. They never said how much he's making off that, but just off the eyeshadow.
Why
they're
do they need
making
to tell
close
you
to
how
20
much he's
million.
making? You don't tell people how much you make at your job. Just because he makes a fuck ton of money doesn't mean he needs to tell you how much he made.
But it was absolutely mental. Like I was sitting there and I was like, did he actually just make that much off some fucking makeup? And just that slow realization of I may be in the wrong business here. They literally go there with some little powders and go, oh my god, it's so shiny. Oh my god, it's so colourful. And they make money.
How is that hard to understand? That's
Because I need to bust my
makeup
ass. I need to write scripts. I need to plan. I need to do so. Well, they need to do that as well. But like, I'm like, fuck. I'm in the wrong business.
How the fuck are we
Yeah.
actually not banned? I know. I know.
Hey, Lizzo, they have a full. This is Vanessa said in chat. They have a full merch line as well as full makeup collection, and just from one product alone and one company ordering first batch, it was an instant 30 million.
Jealousy isn't a nice colour for makeup.
I know, but green is.
Green makeup. What talking about the Joker?
It is. I'm just saying it's mental. It is absolutely mental. Like, and it's interesting as well because like I hear about going on because Vanessa tells me, and it's cool. It's actually kind of cool just having like seeing what knock-on effect this has with like
Thunder!
going on. Yeah, exactly. The thunder it causes. It's yeah.
You fucking bite at my couch, you wee dick. Quit it.
They announced that like all this whole is makeup and stuff like launch in November 1st, and I can guarantee you the internet's gonna be a bit slower that day.
No, it won't. No, it won't. No, it won't.
I'm joking, mate.
No,
The metaphor.
the internet will be fine. It'll be a fart in the wind. Do you know what I mean? Like, the internet's totally fine. It's 2019, man. But do you know, talk about it being 2019, Google Stadia is launching on the 19th of November, and it's fucking coming with wired controllers. What the fuck is that all about? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna like it just for the fucking trip people up again. But
fair enough, like PlayStation controllers are wired that, but you can play them wirelessly, and it says like there's going to be features. It doesn't tell you what features. There's going to be features that the controller can't do it unless it's wired. Like,
do you know what I bet?
Play a
Do you know what
fucking
I bet
game?
it's gonna be? Do you know what I think it's actually gonna be? What if the controllers are that small, right? Or they're tried to be so thin and like basically they have a design first before putting in the rest of it that they had to make them wired because they don't have a power source of their own, so they can't do vibrations and everything. Like,
But
have we seen the Google Stadia's controller yet?
it's just a pretty bog standard controller. I'll find a picture of it now.
Be cool if like the cables had like LEDs, so like they go, I'm sending the information. Phew.
Sending the information blasts lights in his eyes. Aye,
Oh,
it looks
right.
it looks like a fucking basically an Xbox controller made a PlayStation controller, and some
It's a
guy
Steam controller.
no, there's a Stadia controller right there.
Aye,
And-
but it looks like the fucking Steam controller.
That's what I like. Fucking like, there's not really much you can do with a controller bit in there. No. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much the perfect design. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't get more ergonomical than that. You could maybe, like, apart from tailoring it to people's, like, single people. Do you know what I mean? Wee hand grooves where they like the wee finger grooves and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not really much better a controller can be. I just hate how Xbox put the fucking thumbstick up here. They're like,
It's weird because, like, as somebody
fucking
who's...
symmetry triggered.
It is weird because, like, as somebody who's played with both controllers, right? For ages, I found it a lot comfier to sit like that when I was playing with Xbox, but with like PS4, I don't know. I think you just get used to it. I think, but it was weird going from Xbox to PS4. Like,
Aye,
the
because
control-
you're used to it. It's muscle memory. Do you know what I mean? You get used to something. But aye, that's all the time we have for this week's podcast. We're going to be going and we're going to be playing some brand new Jackbox 6 that came out today. We're going to be playing some of that after the podcast. What's the games it's going? Trivia Murder Party 2. It's got a game where you have to play the part of a comedian on a cruise ship and tell shit jokes. I don't know how don't know how it works. There's a game where you're on a spaceship and aliens have taken the place of a couple of people. You need to figure out who the fucking alien bastards are. And there's 2 other games that I can't remember. But we're going to go and we'll give them all a try tonight. So stick by, and if you're wanting to play, we'll be back in like 5-10 minutes. I need to take the wee man out for a pee-pee. But we'll be back in 5-10 minutes to play Jackbox. Cheers for joining us, Viper, and we'll see you all very soon. Guys watching your soul.
Lions table on Thursdays.
We'll build this network on Scots with soul. We'll build this Lions table on Thursdays at what, 8:45 it usually starts, doesn't it? Network on Scots with soul. You heard them. Lions table, 8:45, Thursday nights.